Update on the house projects. I'm still floating mud. Gonna sand this weekend. See where my imperfections are and probably float a little more. Last weekend's blizzard brought 2 feet. The drifts were over 3. And today we have freezing rain. Pretty great. It's a little chilly, but we got our game plan. Gonna start by scuff sanding the 2 shells for Steve Weiss so Bill is able to spray. Hitting these hoops with another coat of dye. The companion shells with another coat of dye. The Cooperman snare that I took apart last week. Bill's gonna cut the rope and do the eye splice. Oh, there he is right there. And then I'll be able to loosely lace it. He's gonna put some time in on this practice pad, make a template, so future ones are easier. Then some edges on this rope kit. That will get me to the point where I can oil it. We have a head to be tucked for another drum that could then be assembled. So we'll see where we can get. We also have progress on the Crescent. Bells attached with the Chicago screws.
Yeah, that worked out really well.
And then the jingles attached. Got some jump rings. Got some hammered over rivets. The slots worked out. Powder coated the center Crescent. A little bit of a setback on that bad boy.
Yeah, that
Looks like a drill bit got his teeth sunk in there a bit.
yeah, it's just the metal there is like too soft and too thin. I had it clamped pretty well and everything like it. It's just yeah, it didn't work.
So new bell in order. Be able to unsolder it, salvage that.
Yeah, pro tip: if you want really cheap musical instruments, shop Goodwill.com. I just ordered up another trombone for like 20 bucks. It's some old like Bundy 2 or something. I don't know.
To meet its demise.
Yeah.
A little impromptu powder coating. So the guy getting the practice pad wants something with a little pizzazz, and he said, "Surprise me."
Yeah. He's like, yeah, something kind of flashy, you know? And I'm like, okay, so what kind of stuff do you like? He was like, I don't know, something cool. I'm like, great. That's such a risky thing. So I'm like, well, I don't know if you're gonna like what I like, bud, but we'll see what happens.
No, babe, it's fine. You give me whatever you want for my birthday. Okay, here's the tuba.
Yeah.
So we're going Galaxy Purple like we did on the Purple Nurple snare.
Yeah.
We were both leaning pink, but we didn't think this guy would be into the pink.
Yeah, I mean, that's my go-to, but I kind of don't think this dude would be as stoked about that as me. I think these are fine. So this is it's a 2-stage process. You got to do gloss black, and then there's like the Galaxy Purple metallic flake. And I've been watching more videos about powder coating lately. There's a few things that I want to try to learn how to do. I'm really interested in like powder coating logos onto things and filling engraved areas and stuff like that. And I've been watching some videos of some guys that do like wild custom finishes with powder coat. And I'm finding that some people will, if they're doing multi-step processes, will like only partially cure the first layer or do things like that, or sometimes spray powder coat on when the parts are hot. And there's like a lot of different ways to do this stuff that I didn't know about. So I'm kind of excited to sort of go down this rabbit hole and try and figure out more cool stuff that you can do with powder coat. So I was thinking about maybe with these only partially curing the first layer and see what happens. So I think I'm going to go read the manufacturer's specs on these before I do that. But yeah, there's just a lot of cool stuff that you can do with powder coat that I didn't even know was a thing. So I want to learn about it. Almost there.
I want to turn my hand blue.
Use the guys' powder coating. I bought this book when I first started learning to powder coat, and a lot of it was over my head, and I haven't opened it. I mean, I read it, but a lot of it I didn't understand. It's just now occurring to me that I should read it again.
Did it have pictures? Ah. Oh, that was bad. That was almost really bad. Sawdust. That would have sucked. I mean, I would have got a new rag, but still would suck. Speaking of new rag, I forgot my wipe off rag. I'm a real pickle farmer. I'm back. There's the seam. There it is. This is what happens when you only work one day a week. You gotta relearn everything. Now, if it dries looking this good, we're in business.
And I got shocked twice in there.
Yeah, that thing has a short in it. Can get you.
What does?
I think the vacuum.
Oh. I just figured it was static electricity.
So this is another practice pad, but taking the time to make a template to make it more efficient the next time.
Yeah, I think that now that we did that first one for Gary Clark, and it turned out really cool, but the way I built it was like not remotely practical. Because I just like took shell stock segments and laminated this whole flange out. So like this flange was like a 50 ply
Right.
section of drum shell, which took forever. This is a better way. We've got the threaded inserts figured out. Like now that we know how to do it.
Plywood, rabbited, shell stock sits down in it, threaded inserts. Should be good. Gotta love that water-based total boat finish. I'm also teaching myself how to rope these up, lace them up. See, we're going pretty good now. I think I got all my mistakes out, in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, there's not that much to it. It's just like it kind of takes some. It just takes some minutes to get the hang of it, you know.
It is like milking a cow.
Yeah.
Without the awkwardness and the delicious beverage.
You look at the cow in the eye, you know.
Sometimes. Depends on my mood. That's pretty straightforward. I gotta go practice my eye splices. Learn to press it, and then how to do the pigtail and the drag rope. Then I can buy all the market shares, hostile takeover, and fire him. Drum heads on the floor, keep the rope from getting dirty. Taking some time to hang some more lights. These all have pass-throughs, so move the one that was above that table to above a lathe. Nice and bright over here. Bill said I should have filmed it because I look like an acrobat from a sideshow, but I didn't.
It was pretty funny. I'm pretty stoked about this drum.
So this was just a new head, which had to be tucked, and it's going to get gut snares and do not clean, which it's got these fancy pants. You think that's paint? It's got to be paint. It's not inlay, is it?
Actually, no, it looks like a water slide decal.
Oh.
It could be paint, and I could be totally wrong, but it looks like a decal to me.
This thing is sweet. I've never seen it.
Really cool.
August Willich Post or Willich?
I don't know. Grand Army of the Republic. You know what's funny? This engraving was definitely done aftermarket because the snare beds on this shell are on the top, and then if you look at it, you can see some very, very poorly done snare beds are on this side now too. So clearly somebody got this drum, sent it to somebody to be engraved. The guy engraved it upside down. Guy got the drum back and took a hammer and a chisel and did the best he could to make snare beds on the bottom side. I mean, it makes sense. Like, you know, if he sent this to like a jeweler or something to have the engraving done, how would that guy know? And the original owner clearly didn't specify what side was the top.
Man.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, you can even kind of see through here. See how chewed up those are?
Yep.
And this side's even worse.
Oh, that side's terrible.
But like on the top, oh yeah, it's pretty bad. On the top up here, like you can't see them because they're done correctly, but you can feel.
Yeah.
You can feel where the bearing edge goes down. So the owner is a collector who I guess has a few things like this that he just displays. So this isn't to be played. This is just going to be for display, which super bums me out because this drum is rad.
Time to press. Round 2. This Bill broke the bottom head.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he's hazing me.
Definitely haven't broken a head on press in a while, but sure did today. Right there. Sometimes that happens too if there's like a real sharp spot in the bearing edge. Well, that's definitely not the case on this drum.
No, it tore right at the metal flange, the flesh hoop.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that head was bad. That was just really weird how that happened. Everything's wood.
And now we make tea out of this water.
Gross.
Okay, that's end of day. 2 projects done. The rope drum is done, and that little metal drum is done. Tomorrow, weather pending, if the roads aren't a roller rink, I can make it over and we'll hit spraying, veneering, wrapping, basically juggling 5 projects when he's not working on cutting boards.
Yeah. Yeah, it went pretty well. I'm really glad that both those repairs are actually done and ready to ship.
Purple.
Yeah. They didn't turn out quite as vibrant as I hoped, but they still look cool. And I don't know, that might be for the best, all things considered.
Yep.